Okay, you guys ready for this? It's gonna be a lot of talking. Hello, I am Joy, and you found my little corner of Flosstube. Um, we're gonna dive right into the stitchy madness here. So, um, we are at the end of the week. We the month switches over. It's May 1st, which means new Whip Go pieces. So today is Monday, April something or other, 28th, I think. I'm just going to be doing a bunch of talking. I'm not going to actually be stitching until tomorrow, I don't think. If I do, then I'll probably stitch Victorian Autumn. But so we're still in April, so we're still doing April Whip Go, which means we are going to pull out Victorian Autumn again. Yet again, upper left-hand corner, start, or, working there. And here is where I'm at. So hopefully get quite a few stitches in there over the week. And yeah. And then Cabin Fever. Still working in the middle here. This is a Dimensions kit. This is Victorian Autumn by Thomas Kincaid by Heaven and Earth Designs. I feel like I've told you that so many times, but I also realize that not everybody has watched the past videos. So let me try this again. Victorian Autumn, Heaven and Earth Designs, Thomas Kincaid, 25 count Lugana. Okay, there we go. This one is Cabin Fever by Dimensions. I'm doing this one on 18 count Ivory Ada. I started in the middle there. Okay, my phone rang. I have no idea where I was. But I think I was saying that I wasn't sure of the margins because I had to restart this one. So I'm doing a middle start or center start, and that's where I'm at. So right now I'm working on the 4/1 half cross. And yeah, lots of purple, which I love purple, and I feel like I rarely get to stitch purple. So here we are. So let's go with, I'm going to spin the wheel for, should I spin the wheel? Yeah, I'm going to spin the wheel for one project. But first, I think, you know what? I'm going to go with what I have up here. And that's going to be the Whip Go numbers for May. So we're going to say Friday has come around, Thursday has come around, and I put away Victorian Autumn and Cabin Fever, and I pull out May's projects. May's projects are In Praise of Pollinators by the Blue Flower. I was working on this Sal from La La D Stitches. She did this last summer, and I'm nowhere even close to being done. But yeah, this one, I have such a love-hate relationship with this one. I think this is a gorgeous pattern, but I just have the hardest time stitching it sometimes. And some of the, it's mostly the white that I just like lose count so easily with. And I'm trying to remember who said, it might have been, why am I not remembering her name? Stitching Owl. I'll put her name right here because for some reason my mind is just blanking. But I think she said that she was stitching this. And if that's wrong, I'll put the real person who said it. And like, she lost count too. So she made me feel good that it's not just me. But anyway, here's where I'm at with this, working on the middle. So I'll go up and try to finish that bee. And probably work on the one next to it. So over here, yeah, and try to finish this little honeycomb or beehive thing. I keep calling it a honeycomb. And yeah, but I love this pink. Like, it's so bright and cheerful, and I absolutely love it. And I don't know why I'm having the hardest time with this project, but you know what? I'm not going to spin the wheel. I'm just going to devote all my extra energy onto this one. Because I really need to knock this one out, even if it's just to like get it done. So that's that one. The next one is another restart. This one is Saint Michael Vanquishes Satan by Raphael, the Renaissance artist. I had this one, I got this picture off of Google and took it to Good Farm WV, I think. They chart patterns. They do custom charts on Etsy. I'll link them below. And they turned it into a pattern for me. So this is a cropped version of the painting. My husband asked me to do this one. And so I was working on this one, and I actually have it up here. I just knocked a bunch of stuff off my... So I was working on this one, and it says our arm right there. And you can see where the marker has smeared. This is because I kept forgetting, all right, is my first row where the line is, or is it below that? And so I kept counting wrong, and stuff was just, it was awful. And I got frustrated and said, you know what, forget it. I'm going to restart it. So I got the exact same fabric. This is a 16 count Ada from Lilu X Stitch on Etsy. And yeah, so I'm just gonna restart this one. These colors are gorgeous, and I'm so excited about them. And this is one of the rare ones that I kitted up all the colors for before I decided that I was just doing they're so messy, oh my goodness. That I was just doing the first page. So I'm going to figure out the margins and do a upper left hand corner start on this one. And yeah, so excited for this one. I love stitching it. I just did not do a good job of notating my strategy there. So that's one of the things that one of the reasons why I have my cross stitch project log thing, and on my grid here I show, all right, so in my grid I'm stitching on this line and I'm stitching on the bottom line. So yeah, and it changes with each project, just like whatever feels best. But yeah, so I have to do that. I have learned lessons. Learn from my mistakes. Take good notes, okay? So I know I've mentioned several times, but I'm going to Germany the first 2 weeks in May. So I'm gonna need stuff to do because we're going for my brother-in-law's wedding, and I don't know exactly what's expected of me. I'm not in the wedding, so I'm sure, you know, there's going to be lots of family stuff to do. But yeah, so I don't know how much downtime I'll have, you know, what exactly I'll be doing. So I'm going to take several projects. So I'm going to take my 2 whip go pieces, and then I'm also going to take my these 3 projects. So I'm going to take my Cottage of the Month, May Cottage from Country Cottage Needleworks. that one right there. That beautiful, and Germany, I've been to Germany in May before and it's gorgeous. And so looking forward to, I'm kind of hoping that there's like a porch or something that I can just sit outside and stitch on. So I'm gonna work on this, and maybe, I think I'm gonna take this one on the plane. So maybe I can get a finish on this in Germany. I am stitching this on a 28 count chrysalis casual linen from Picture This Plus. And I've just done that top border there. So I don't know, the camera isn't really picking this up. This is a really pale kind of lime green color. Reminds me of lime yogurt. So love this one, excited for this. So that's going to Germany with me. And then actually I might not take St. Michael with me. Because I kind of didn't think about Whipco. I don't know. I'll have to see how much room I have in my bag and if I want a full coverage with me or not. But these ones, like, I'm taking for the plane. Next, I am taking the Fox by Cottage Garden samplings. This is the first in the Year in the Woods series. Lots of people are working on this. I want to stitch this whole series. So I'm starting with the Fox. And I have a very small start on this one. I am using, for both of these, I'm using all the called for colors except for one DMC that I think I substituted on the May Cottage. I didn't have either the DMC conversion or I don't know, or whatever it was. I didn't have that, and so I was like, I'm just gonna substitute out another green. So but anyway, for the Fox, I am stitching this on a mystery linen that is a 32 count that I picked up from my LNS. It's kind of grayish color, and I have the tiniest of starts on this. But here we are. It's got some of the snowflakes up top. Where's my pattern? Where's my pattern? There it is. So I'm working on those snowflakes right there. So yeah, so this would be another good airplane stitch. And then I'm going to have to go grab my fabric for this next one real quick. Okay, so then I decided I want one that is a piece that's like uniquely Germany. So I found this one from Ink Circles, and it's called Reflections of Germany. I'll try not to get reflection of the neighborhood. But it is a monochromatic piece. And it's gonna be pretty quick to stitch. It's got like the German crest, that eagle there, and I don't know what the rest of the motifs are. But I thought that was beautiful, and like, not like overly like, oh, this is a piece about Germany, but it'll be a good conversation piece. So I'm going to stitch it on 32 count French country linen by Witchell. It's this beautiful dusky lavender color. And I went to my LNS and was like, I want a good variegated floss for this. So I got there 5 minutes before the store closed, and I I was like, ugh, I know they have Gentle Arts floss, and they have a bunch of DMC, but I didn't know if they carried Weeks Dye Works or Classic Color Works or anything like that. But so I went and I found this one display that had drawers in it, and I opened it up and I immediately saw this one. This is a Cosmo Floss Seasons number 8039. And it's just this beautiful variegated kind of brownish cream colored one. And I've never used Cosmo Floss before, so I'm really excited to try this. I think I only need 2 skeins, but I got 3 just in case. And yeah, so we'll see. The gal there said that it's a little fluffier than DMC, which is totally fine. And so yeah, this is what we're gonna do for Reflections of Germany. So I'll probably stitch the let's see if I can do this. I'll probably stitch the date at the bottom somewhere, and then probably get it framed, and then on the back, I saw somewhere, I don't remember where, might have been on Facebook, either that or Reddit, sorry, about people who take labels and they write like the story of the piece on the back, you know, and when it was completed and all that. So I think I'm gonna do that. So anyway, so that is my end of April, beginning of May Germany plans. So I am going to work on Victorian Autumn and Cabin Fever, and I will come back to you with an update. Hello. So today is Thursday, and I have a little update for you. Today is May 1st, so I worked on Victorian Autumn over the past couple days, and I got quite a bit of progress. Here is where I'm at. So yeah, got a bunch of the browns down in here. Yeah, so this is where I am ending Victorian Autumn. I'll put a picture probably right here about where I started, and here's where I ended. So I think I got, you know, quite a bit done. I did 758 stitches this month, which is a lot for me. So I'm excited about this. My other wood go piece was Cabin Fever, and I've barely worked on this. I restarted it, so I don't have a before picture, but here is where I'm ending it. So, which is 200 some odd stitches, which is good. So yeah, so there's that. I do have a little bit of an update of something else, and then I will move on to May. But my iPad died the other day, just low battery, because I had been downloading movies for the plane, and it drained the battery even though I had it plugged in. So so it was dead, so I needed to find a project that I had a paper pattern for that I didn't need my iPad for with Markup XP. And so I got out my little tin of the Country Cottage Needleworks monthly cottages, or cottage of the month, excuse me. And I asked my husband to pick a month, and he picked October. So I started this one. This is one of the ones that I had kitted up for 12 Days of Flossmas and never started. So I have my October here, and I am doing this on a, I don't know what this is. This is Rit dyed by me, I know that. I think it's just a 32 count Edinburgh linen that I dyed kind of a pale kind of sage green, and so that's as far as I got. it worked for what it was. For what I needed it for, it worked. So I started on the little border up there. So anyway, that was just a random, I need something to stitch, and that's what I got. So what happened to my bag that I just had for it? There it is. No, that's not it. I don't know where that went. I'll have to find that. All right, so now I'm going to pull out my my May Whipco pieces. So just as a reminder, I have, and I mean, I know you just saw this a few minutes ago, but for me it's been several days. I have my Praise the Pollinators, and I have St. Michael Vanquishes Satan that I'm restarting. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and work on this one because I think I'll take Praise the Pollinators to Germany with me, but I don't know if I'll take this one because there's so much floss with it. So yeah, so I will be back with an update. Hey guys, so hello from Germany. Oh my goodness, I am so tired. I'm so jet lagged. I haven't slept in, it is, I don't know, I think it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon right now on Monday. We left Denver at 3 p.m. on Tuesday, so, or sorry, wow. Let's try that again, Sunday. Yeah, I've been awake for, let's see, right now, if it's 4 o'clock here, then that means it's like 8 a.m. in Denver, I think. 9 a.m., something like that. And so, yeah, I haven't slept. If it's 9 a.m., 8 a.m., we'll say 8 a.m., in Denver on Monday morning, I've been awake since 7 a.m. Sunday morning. So I'm tired. I'm tired, but I'm trying to hold out for just a few more hours so that I can sleep through the night and hopefully get on a good sleep schedule. We are at our Airbnb right now. Everybody else is sleeping. But I kind of wanted to show you this garden area that I found. You probably heard the kids next door, they're playing. But look how beautiful this is. It's just gorgeous little perfect. I don't know how well you could see the grasses all blocked off, but there's flowers all over the place, and it's just like perfect little stitching area. There's a little table here, and yeah, so so the past few days I've been stitching St. Michael Vanquishes Satan, and that one was so much fun. And I wasn't gonna bring it because I was like, I don't know that I want to have a full coverage one because I have to have my iPad and, you know, whatever. But I was having so much fun stitching it that I was like, you know what, I am going to pack this. So I threw it into my bag, and I am very glad for that because I was also going to bring and Praise the Pollinators, the Cottage of the Month, the May Cottage of the Month, that Ink Circles German one, and then the Fox. Well, I had Praise the Pollinators and May up on the bed on my guest room where I normally film, and apparently I forgot to throw that into my bag. So I have the German one and I have the Fox one, and then thankfully I decided to throw St. Michael in as well. So I have a few projects to work on. I will have to show you St. Michael later because he is still packed away in my bag. But I did a tiny little bit of airplane stitching on the Fox. I'll have to insert a picture of what it will look like finished. And here is where I'm at. So I finished that big star. I put in the smaller star underneath, and then I started on the fox's ear. That's his right ear. But it was kind of hard to stitch because we got the cheap seats on the flight out here, and so there was somebody in the middle seat, and there was just not a lot of elbow room. I realized that I think I counted wrong on the stars. So I just decided, you know what, instead of counting wrong from the stars and basing everything on the stars, I'm just going to start working on the fox. And I'll do him, and then I'll base all the other stuff around him. There's trees, I think there's a cabin in there, but he is the center of the piece, so I'm going to work on him. So there's my little start on the fox. So anyway, I'm anticipating being back in this garden quite a bit during this trip. Not exactly sure what my time's going to look like here because we're here for my brother-in-law's wedding. And I don't know like what's going to be expected of me to help out preparation wise. You know, there's going to be a lot of family in town and stuff, so but I think this is where I'm going to come when I have a little downtime. So it's really kind of nice, everybody else being asleep. This house is actually pretty nice too. It's got 4 levels to it. The basement is just the basement. It's all locked up except for the laundry room. The main floor is maybe I'll give you guys a house tour because it's really kind of cute. I almost fell down the stairs though because everything is kind of, it's not actual hardwood. I think it's like laminate or something. Not laminate, Pergo. So I was going down the stairs and I slipped, and thankfully I was able to catch myself. So now no more walking down those stairs in socks, bare feet or slippers or whatever. So anyway, but anyway, we are sleeping up on the 4th floor, or the 3rd floor if you don't count the basement. So there's a jet lag, but yeah. Anyway, so well, that killed almost 7 minutes. Now it's just time to wait for the other few hours to go by so I can go to sleep. Anyway, I will be back with an update. Hey guys, so I think I'm gonna wrap up my week now, but yeah, it's a little dark in here. Sorry. I am excuse me, in my room in Germany. Oh, I don't really have a good place to film, so yes, I'm doing this while most everybody is out. Yeah, I have some walnut gelato. I think it's gelato. I don't think it's actual ice cream. And it's got this like, I don't know, it came in a carton like regular ice cream, but it came like with toppings on it. So it's, I believe, vanilla and walnut flavor with walnuts and caramel on it. So I've had a couple bites. It's really good. Hopefully I'll finish this before it melts. Maybe he'll just watch me eating ice cream. But anyway, I've been stitching. I am currently, my phone is on my embroidery stand. So we'll see how well this works. I'll see if I can get a picture of this because it's quite interesting. Here, let's do this. I'm just rambling. I'm on vacation. I'm rambling, but There it is. You can see my, oh, you know what? I haven't taken the picture yet. We'll move that. But yeah, you've got, there you go. So I'll put that picture somewhere. And I've got, I think it's Rogue Mama Stitcher in the background for Whip Parade. So anyway, let me show you my progress for the week, and then I'm gonna wrap this video up. But so I'm working on Ink Circles Reflections of Germany, which I'll put right here. And here is where I've got to. I'm using Cosmo Variegated Floss. I think it's 8039 is the color, and it's showing up lovely. But I realized that this piece of fabric, I just grabbed a piece of fabric from Stash in my hurry to get packed, and I realized, oh, you know what? I'm gonna have, you know, I'm gonna be just fine, but I'm gonna have maybe half an inch margin on each side. So I may trim off the outer border. I don't know, or I may just find a creative way of framing it. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but you know, it's just a memory piece. Oh, and I think it's too far over that way too. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't really want to, like, I mean, this piece is supposed to be framed, but I don't have another piece of fabric with me, and I'm not going to rip all this out. It's going to be, I believe, 7.5 by 7.5, and this piece is 9 by 13. So no, it's not even, I'm gonna have half an inch. Yeah, I don't know. This one on this side may go all the way to the end. I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be interesting. So that's why I may like just cut the outer border off. But it's so pretty. The outer border has the tower that I saw yesterday. I'll put the little eagles in the corner, regardless, but I don't know, we'll have to see. So I'm just gonna have to, this is the little center motif. So I'm just gonna do that, work my way out, and just kind of see where I'm at with it. Let's see, I told you that I forgot two of the pieces that I was working on. I showed you the fox. I haven't touched that one since, and my camera keeps slipping. You guys are probably like, I don't want to like break my screen. But I can't remember if I showed you St. Michael, what I did on that. So I restarted this one, and I got pretty far before I left. So let me just, I don't know how many stitches I got, but it was a lot. Because I was working on different colors. But there's my restart. So we're probably sitting at about 700 stitches on here. Maybe not. Maybe it's more like 500. Maybe 700 once I finish this color here. But yeah. Yeah, I'm super excited about that. So anyway, so that is what I've done this week. I'm going to pause this video and get the names of the people who have entered for the giveaway. And then, yeah, there may be a little chatting. I don't know. I have, yeah, let me do that. I'll be right back. Okay, so winner of Halloween Quilt by Primrose Cottage is, and I apologize that I'm going to mess up your name, but Bonnie Cossiboon 977. So congratulations, Bonnie. if you could email me at this email address right here, just identifying yourself, telling me that you won the pattern, and also providing your address and confirming that you're over 18. I'll get that sent out as soon as I get home from Germany. So congratulations. If you didn't win, I'm gonna hopefully have plenty more. So just as quickly as I finish things, I'll, put patterns up for giveaways. So, anyway, that's pretty much it for stitching. Life update, I'm in Germany. My brother-in-law is getting married. Well, they already are married. They had a civil wedding, in February, and now they're having the big family get together church wedding this weekend. So it's just been lots of doing stuff with that. I'm not in the wedding, so it's my husband's brother. So he's been busy with stuff, which has left me plenty of time to just sit at the Airbnb and stitch. If you guys, you saw my update before this one, where I was sitting in the garden stitching, and it's been so beautiful out there. Today it was a little cold, so I didn't really sit out there. I've been sitting in my room stitching, but we have this, we're on the 3rd floor, and we have this big window, kind of not quite a skylight, it's almost the room is shaped like this. It's square, and then the roof kind of slopes, and then on that slope there's a window. It's nice and big, and faces east, so we get the morning sun and everything. So yeah, it's been a nice place to stitch. It's been kind of a learning experience, learning the way stuff works in Germany. I don't even know all the beds in this house. I don't know if this is a German thing or if it's just this house, but it's everything here is IKEA kind of stuff. So these beds, they sit really low to the ground. My knees crack every time I get out of bed. But it's comfortable. Don't get me wrong. We've done a lot of, not a lot actually. Yesterday we did quite a bit of walking around. My husband, my sister-in-law and I all went into Mannheim, and because we're just outside Mannheim right now, and we went to this huge bookstore, and my sister-in-law walked out with this huge stack of books. I don't even know what she got. Every time that we've been upstairs at the same time, it's always been bedtime. So I still need to see what she got. But I got the only one within each. I got 2 books. I got 2 books, a couple bookmarks. I got a pen that I'm gonna make a needle minder out of. So one of the bookmarks I got was this Ravenclaw bookmark. It's one of those magnetic ones. So I got a pen that kind of looks like this that I'm gonna make into a needle minder. I got this bookmark because I love llamas. I don't know what this means. Hello, Schönheit. I haven't looked that up yet. If you know what that means, leave a comment. Let me know what that means. I don't even know how much this was. I should find that. But I got Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. even know what this book is about, except I think they're like, it might be almost kind of like Squid Games where you have to, but on a global scale, where you have to play the game in order to save humanity or something like that. I don't know. We'll find out when I read it. And then I also got, I'll have to throw in a picture, but I also got Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, which I've been avoiding those books because I was under the impression that they are all YA, and that one still might be, I don't know. But this bookstore, okay, they have all like the UK covers. The German versions of these books, so you guys are gonna fall in a second. The German versions of these books are so beautiful. They all have sprayed edges and beautiful covers, and not like the you know, the ones we have in the United States where it's like, you know, the I don't even know why. Like, there are so many people in the US who would love to have these UK book covers. And yet, I don't know, they don't have the pretty ones that they have over here in Europe, which really sucks. But so anyway, so I got that one. My sister-in-law told me that I could probably order the rest if I decided I liked it. So I went ahead with that because my suitcase coming over was already over 50 pounds. So yeah, so we'll see. She and I were talking about how we need to do a trip to London and just hit up all the bookstores in London and get all the UK covers of books that we've been wanting. I'm like, yes, that needs to happen. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. Yeah, don't really know what's going on for the rest of the week, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of going with the flow, and you know, I told my brother-in-law, I'm here until you need me. How about that? And so anyway, yeah, I think that's it. I am going to go ahead and end this, and yeah, I'll chat with you next week. Mwah. Love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next week.